The Kingdom with a Secret. In the distant land of Everglint, there was a hidden valley where the sun always shone, and the rivers sang as they flowed. At the heart of the valley stood a castle built entirely from crystal stones, and not just any stones. These were known as the laughing stones because every time someone laughed nearby, the stones would glow and giggle softly. The kingdom was ruled by a cheerful young princess named Elira. She was 15 years old, full of curiosity, and loved telling jokes and stories. Her laugh was so bright that the stones often shimmered with joy all day long. But lately, something strange had happened. The stones had gone silent. No giggles, no glow, no laughter. Even when Elira told her funniest jokes, the stones stayed still and grey. Determined to solve the mystery, Elira decided to go on a quest beyond the valley to discover what had taken the joy from the laughing stones. Chapter 2. The Journey Begins. Early one morning, Elira packed her bag with bread, berries, a compass, and her joke book, then set off on her journey. Her loyal squirrel, Tibbles, hopped onto her shoulder, chattering excitedly. First, she passed through the forest of echoes, where every sound bounced back twice as loud. She giggled as she heard herself say, "Hello," only to hear it return like a song. "Hello, hello, hello." But still, the stones in her pocket stayed dull and quiet. Then she met a grumpy troll on the bridge of Crumble Creek. He demanded a joke as payment for crossing. Elira smiled. "What do you call a sleeping bull?" The troll scratched his head. "A bulldozer," Elira cried. For the first time in years, the troll laughed so hard that the bridge shook. Elira peeked into her pocket, and one of the laughing stones glowed faintly. "The stones need real laughter," she whispered. "Not just mine. They need everyone's joy." Chapter 3. The Mountain of Lost Mirth. Guided by her compass and courage, Elira climbed the Mountain of Lost Mirth, a place where laughter had been forgotten for generations. At the top lived an old sorceress named Grinda, who had once cast a spell to hide joy from the world after someone hurt her feelings long ago. Grinda was bitter and lonely, her home filled with silence. "I don't laugh anymore," she said coldly. "Joy left me." Elira knelt beside her. Maybe it didn't leave. Maybe it's just waiting to be invited back. Then she told Grinda a story, a funny tale about Tibbles getting stuck in a jar of honey. As Elira spoke, Grinda's eyes began to twinkle, and finally she let out a long, crackling laugh. The entire mountain rumbled with delight. Suddenly, all the laughing stones in Elira's pocket lit up like stars. Chapter 4. The Laughter Returns. When Elira returned to Everglint, the stones in the castle sparkled brighter than ever. The people laughed again, at jokes, at silly games, at nothing at all. Joy had returned. Princess Elira declared a new festival, the Day of Shared Smiles, where everyone would tell stories, share kindness, and laugh together. Because Elira had learned something important. Laughter doesn't live in jokes alone. It lives in connection, kindness, and caring for others.